Hello, and welcome to another video. In a previous video, I opened up a pre-release kit from Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, and in this video, I will be building a sealed deck from the cards that I opened. Let's get started. Alright. So to review, the rares that we opened were Dawn of a New Age, Éowyn, Fearless Knight, Horn of Gondor, War of the Last Alliance, Born Upon a Wind, The Watcher in the Water, and Glamdring. So I don't think Watcher in the Water is going to be very good. And then Born Upon a Wind, maybe, but I don't really see it as a reason to go into blue. So I would probably say we're not playing blue unless the commons and uncommons end up being really good. War of the Last Alliance would probably depend on how many legendary creatures we end up with, but I think the last effect is decent. And then Dawn of a New Age definitely seems worth playing for the card draw. Éowyn I'm definitely interested in playing, so with these other cards, maybe we could end up white-red. And then Glamdring, I don't really know that we would be playing enough instants and sorceries for this to be good enough, but I'm open to the possibility. And then Horn of Gondor seems like it's super good with Dawn of a New Age. So with that and Éowyn, maybe we could be looking at Boros Aggro Humans or something like that. But I guess we will see. So I want to go through and take a look at all of the commons and uncommons. Let's start with the multicolored spells. So definitely some playables in there, but none are quite aligned with what we're looking for. Let's take a look at white. Yeah, white definitely seems viable. Let's take a look at blue. There's some decent stuff in blue as well, I would say. Lots of disruption for the board. And stuff that I wouldn't want to see if I'm playing aggro. But let's take a look at black. Yeah, definitely some good things in there as well. But not much aligned with our humans plan. Although we could keep this in mind if we don't want to go all in on humans. So let's take a look at red. lots of support for humans in red, which I'm happy to see. Let's get on to green. So I'm not sure there is too much in green for us. But yeah, let's go ahead and start building red-white and see what that looks like. So I'm just going to start with these rares for now, and then we'll reevaluate to see if it looks like we can add these. Alright, so that's 21, and only 11 creatures, which is very light. Although some of our other cards do create creatures. So we could look at it more like that. It's still pretty light though. We do have room for War of the Last Alliance. Although we only have 3 legendary creatures, which is cutting it pretty close. Although it probably does mean that if we find War of the Last Alliance, then we're getting pretty much all of our legendary creatures. I'm also a little concerned about the squishiness of our creatures. I know we have things that can improve their power, and then if we get Horn of Gondor, then the plan is to just absolutely flood the board with as many creatures as we can. Still feels a little bit light though, so let's see what else we have for creatures. So, we're not really in the orcs business, but the final chapter is a good payoff if we have flooded the board like we want to. So that's 25. Maybe something like that. I'm a little concerned about the curve as well. There's a lot going on up here. I was thinking about adding Eagles of the North because I wanted that +1/+0 and first strike ETB effect. But I think the 5 and 6 slot is a little too crowded for me. So that would be my build, I think. Although now that I'm seeing it, I'm kind of doubting whether it can actually get there. I'm a little concerned about its ability to finish a game. Although I think if it is able to pop off, then it could be successful. I'm just not sure if it can fully get there, especially if there is some of that disruption, or bouncing of tokens and things like that. I'm curious to know if you've played a similar deck in this format, and how that worked for you. And any thoughts you have on my build, what you might have done differently. And I hope you're enjoying Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. I found that this set is really fun so far, and can't wait to play more. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday. But I appreciate you sticking with me today. So glad that you're here, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.